Geographic taxes. So, southern states, for example, Texas and also Florida, Miami, um, are attracting people from traditionally wealthy cities and states uh, because of taxes. Like California, first of all, has lost a lot of rich people. New York is increasingly losing a lot of wealthy people because of taxes, and they're relocating. There's a migration from those urban centers. It's kind of surprising in a way when you think about the fact that, the very large percentage of venture funding, for example, occurs in either Silicon Valley, New York, or Boston, but increasingly other places are experiencing the capital flight. So I've heard from many prominent individuals that they've left, like Grant Cardone said he left Los Angeles um, area for Miami 7 years ago. Donald Trump just tweeted yesterday he's moving from New York City to Miami, to Mar-a-Lago, wherever that is in Florida. Um, Austin in Texas has become a big startup hub. And some people are just moving, for the weather, but it's interesting. I'm not sure how this is going to affect the electoral college and other places. I don't know if it's only wealthy people that are moving or if a lot of other people are moving as well. I'm not an expert on that part of it, but I've always said that, and I do believe in people obviously paying their fair share of taxes, but I wonder if the country is going to like kind of self separate into economic tax zones, where certain parts of the country are going to be much lower in taxes than other parts of the country, and I wonder if the politics will follow that, or whether people will. I wonder if for example, like New York City, like they rejected Amazon. Like there was a lot of Alexandria Cortez, who I like, some of her things, but in this case, in terms of rejecting Amazon, I have mixed feelings about it, because you want to make sure they're good corporate stewards and paying taxes, but at the same time, you have to be sensitive to jobs as well. And Amazon does pay a minimum of $15 an hour for all jobs. Sometimes they are kind of abusive, like all the contractors that they're using. There's been deaths with the contractors, but Amazon says, well, it's not us, it's the contractors. But it's interesting, just, like Europe, for example, has a lot less startups than the United States, and a lot of it people feel is because of the tax issues, business unfriendly culture relative to, the United States. And there are, billion-dollar companies and startups in Europe, but very, very few compared to the United States. I think there's one or two in Sweden, maybe more than one or two, but like Spotify, I think, is in Sweden, and a few others, but not that many. So, I did one podcast where I said, people always go to where they're best treated, and money is the same way. Money always flows, and if you want to look at the other podcasts, I talk about this also. Money always flows to where it's best treated, and I hope certain areas of the country don't become wealthier than other areas just because of economic policy. It'd be nice if every place in the country, not to have total homogenous economic culture, but if places work together, as a unified country to promote the best for everyone.